Where in the Bible does it say you have to go to college campuses, argue with people just for views? That doesn't seem very like you're giving anything to anyone. Like you were just talking about feeding the homeless and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
what about running a YouTube channel where you just yap all day as part of like helping people out?
I don't get a dime from standing out here speaking. I'm a pastor of a church in Connecticut, and they pay me a salary. Okay? Second point is... Second point is, why is work valuable to you? Why is work important?
It's how you like show kindness. It's how you show value.
What is the basis of kindness and value if there is no God?
You're the same as the schizo guy that wanders around with his little dog out here. I don't know if you've seen him.
No, I haven't seen him. All right, so I'm getting the drift that you don't really appreciate me standing out here and speaking. May I remind you that we are in a culture where universities are that believe in a liberal arts education, where we believe in the free exchange of ideas, even when we disagree. We live in a culture that teaches tolerance, which means you and I might disagree, but we're not going to be disrespectful to each other. We're going to respectfully disagree. And that's why I appreciate you disagreeing with me and calling me out. So no problem, okay? But you're coming on as if you're a thinker. Great, I hope you are a thinker. You think, and you're criticizing me and analyzing me. It's fine, no problem. No problem at all. Now, with your critical mind, do you think God exists or not?
No.
Why?
I mean, it's beside the point, though, whether God exists or not. I mean,
Really?
the main thing is that you try to actually work towards improving society, improving the world around you, and I don't really see people like yourself doing that.
Oh,
You're
really?
trying to distract people from the real problems in society and bring them back towards theology, which has done nothing, right, to like advance the struggles of humanity in the last like 100 years, but like keep people pinned down, right? Like in countries like Mexico, right? I travel a lot, so I have family there. The church is the biggest obstacle to people standing up for themselves against oppression.
Really?
It is one of the main pillars of oppression in that society. I know a lot of you guys don't agree with me, but right, because the church is constantly saying, obey authority, just accept the way things are, pray that things will get better, and don't actually struggle against what is keeping you down. Don't actually struggle against the people that are coming and taking all the resources out of your land, that are paying you miserable wages. Just have a good work ethic, right? Have good values, pray, and accept the way things are. And so, yeah, you know, I don't think that you're actually, right, like doing anything to improve, you know, the lot of downtrodden and toiling people. And you're just putting up smoke and mirrors to distract people.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the demographic with the most atheists in the world?
Probably the wealthy countries, yeah.
Oh my goodness, isn't that interesting? The demographic for the most atheists is wealthy white guys. What's the demographic in the United States that has the highest percentage of followers of Christ? African American women. So what I hear you saying, sir, is all them dumb twits just don't get it. They just submit to this Jesus and blindly pray to him instead of getting off their backsides and doing something. Sir, you're out of touch with reality. Totally out of touch with reality. African American women in the United States understand there is nobody who stands for the value of woman more than Jesus Christ. Because the Bible teaches we're all created in the image of God. And just because you got some twit anthropology professor who tells you, oh yeah, it's all colonialism, that's why Africans believe in Jesus. That's racist. It's totally racist. It's a joke. The demographic with the highest percentage of followers of Christ in the world is women of color. So when you attack Christianity, make sure you know who you're attacking. And for you to stereotype Christians as wealthy people who want to oppress people is a farce. Yes, unfortunately, that's occurred. We all know that. That's sick.
Know the truth today.
No, it is not. The majority of women of color in the world today who follow Jesus Christ have very little political power, economic power. Instead, they understand that we all are created in the image of God. We all have equal value and dignity. Now, why do you think woman is valuable?
Because they're one of the pillars of society. I mean, they're 50% of the population. They, you know, right, they're those who provide life, right?
Yeah.
For the most part, they've been confined by society to, right, upbringing children and stuff like that. But I mean, why do I think women are valuable? Why do you think anyone is valuable?
Because human beings are not accidents. We're created by God for a purpose. And the African American and the women of color that I know who put their faith in Christ are taking care of the downtrodden. They are feeding unwanted babies. They are taking care of physically and mentally challenged people. They are loving people. It's boots on the ground love. It's not some theoretical, oh, let's be idealists. Let's be intellectuals who decry a certain form of injustice. No, they're getting involved. They're putting their bodies on the line and serving people. That's what real love is. It's not sitting in some intellectual ivory tower and giving platitudes on, oh, well, you know what the Catholic Church has done, the Crusades, the Inquisition. Jesus Christ is a loser. No, the church at times has been a loser. And you're right. The church has done some horrible things that tells you nothing about Jesus Christ. And that's why my African American sisters in the United States are so open-minded and brilliant, because they don't allow a white racist to turn them off to the true Jesus who didn't have a racist bone in his body.
Well, I mean, I'd say, right, if someone goes and takes a bunch of people and puts them to work for miserable wages or whatnot, that's wrong.
From your perspective. Now, where do you get off being so arrogant that you think your perspective is right? Do I think I define right and wrong in any absolute sense? I'm culturally biased. I got my own prejudices. But if there is a God who's created all human beings for a purpose and given all of us innate value, then injustice is really wrong, because there's a value of justice that is violated. But it's a real value of justice. It's not a value of justice that is defined by the intellectual elite on some elitist university campuses in the United States. Excuse me, don't mean to pop in your bubbles, but if you believe that kind of rubbish, you're in trouble. Justice is not defined by UC Davis or Harvard or Stanford, even Stanford. It ain't defined by Stanford, okay? It's defined by the eternal mind, God, who is just and good, and who really loves you, and who loves all of us, and who wants to live in relationship with us. That's the basis of justice, not some arrogant intellectual ivory tower people.
You can't even, describe. You just say God, God's eternal love.
There's a mind, an eternal mind, that exists before your mind and before my mind. And it's that mind that has defined goodness and justice throughout eternity. But if there is no God, you know who defines right and wrong. The human mind, which means, buddy, it's all relative, depending on which human mind you're talking to. You can't live that out. You can't live moral relativism out. You can't tell me today it's wrong for me to murder, but maybe tomorrow it's good for me to murder. It's all relative.
Was Luigi Mangione right to kill that healthcare CEO?
Well, what do you think?
Yes. That guy was a parasite that actually hurt people, that actually did wrong.
Have you ever hurt anybody? Have you ever hurt anybody?
Emotionally, maybe?
Maybe? You know very well that I've hurt people and you've hurt people. And let's not act like some self-righteous twits. We both have done wrong. I'm a dirty, rotten sinner. And guess what? Hate to break it to you, so are you. To act like, oh, I'm superior, I'm really good, and I hope all you nitwits will get your act together and be good like me. That is self-righteous arrogance. And that is what Jesus attacked most personally in the form of the Pharisees. No, at times I do good, at times you do good. At times I do evil, at times you do evil. We're mixed up kids. And Jesus comes to mixed up kids like you and me and says, come to me, I want to give you my grace, my love, I want to change you from the inside out. You've got to be able to deal with sin. Why? Because of Ukraine. Why? Because of Hamas and Hezbollah and Israel. Why? Because of divorce and racism, sexism, chauvinism, abused children, because of date rape, even at UC Davis of all places. And if you can't diagnose the problem accurately, if you think it's simply of, oh, your lack of education, your lack of money, your lack of a good environment, if you think that's the problem, you are naive. Jesus Christ says no. The problem is right in your heart, right at the center of your being. And that's why I'm convinced that although education is good, and although money is good, and although a good environment is good, it's not going to address the basic human problem. A twisted heart, twisted motives. And that's why Christ bled and died on a cross, to pay the penalty for our sin, to forgive us, and to give us eternal life.